or no? There's always this moment where I'm wondering if I'm live or not because the screen is dancing around and then it says, "You're now live," and the counter, now I'm live. Good morning. It's Crystal Lynn here. And it's Friday, March 4th here in Paris. And it's 8:45 a.m. And I had a wonderful evening last night with some new friends. A woman I met in the forest invited me over to her house for dinner. And she's so sweet. She came and picked me up. And because I don't drive here, I've yet to see the point in living here and like having a car. It doesn't make any sense to me for the life that I live. At some point, I maybe will feel differently, but for now, if I want to go somewhere that's far, I'll just rent a car. And anyway, so she came and she picked me up and drove me to her place, and of course, drove me home as well. But we got to her house, and I met her family, her husband, their daughter. They've got three kids, but the youngest is still at home. She's 16. And it was nice. We had snacks, and they served me the most delicious wine because, they're French and they just know really good wine. And so it was delicious wine. And I haven't been drinking regularly for months. I maybe have a glass of wine every week or two. And then it's just one glass. And last night I had four and a glass of delicious champagne with dessert. And I was just so today I'm feeling a little rough, let's say, and let's just be honest, I'm feeling rough. But it's so good to feel rough. It is so good to feel rough when you've spent company, in the company of really beautiful people. And anyway, so that's me. And I want to talk about authority because this morning, because, even though I had a rough night, I still have to do my practice. I still have to wake up, do my meditation, do my journaling, do my prayers, do my yoga, do my exercise, and do my morning check-in with you all. And the thing that came up for me this morning as I was meditating was I have my goals and my ambitions, and I was thinking about what I want to accomplish as a spiritual life coach. And I was feeling really, I just love being a spiritual life coach. It's just the best job for me, like ever. It's so natural for me. My prayers and my meditation and my yoga and my exercise and the foods I eat, it's a lifestyle business. And I really, it's just great. It's just awesome. And so I was thinking about my business goals and how I want to grow this business and I want to reach more people. And I was talking to God about that. Well, I was praying and doing my thing, and I said, "Oh, I should check in and make sure that this is in alignment with God, because there are egoic desires, and and then there's God's will." And some of those things are actually aligned. And as a matter of fact, most of those things are aligned with God. Like God is happy for you to have what you want to have. Ego, though, sullies it. Ego can make the thing you desire and that God desires for you, ego can make it gross. And for example, let's say that you desire to be wealthy. Let's say that you desire to be wealthy. Well, ego, and God desires you to be wealthy. You desire to be wealthy. God desires you to be wealthy. Boom. Ego, though, might make you hungry for wealth. And ego might paint your wealth in a way that it might limit your wealth. So, for example, um, ego might say that your wealth, uh, you get wealth after you've worked hard, or ego can say that you can have wealth. Um, well, in order to get wealth, you have to uh, build your empire on cheap labor, and you have to evade taxes. Okay, that would be an ego tainting of your will that is aligned with God's will. Okay, so authority comes as an important thing when you are within yourself and you're like, okay, I want wealth for myself. God wants wealth for me, but I need to have authority within myself, meaning over my ego. My ego does not get to tell me or get to sully the thing that I desire for myself. And I need authority within myself to make sure that ego doesn't turn my desires, my ambitions. If I desire to be, to have a deep, intimate relationship, we don't want ego coming in, tainting that relationship with fear of loss, fear of abandonment, fear of all these things. So, authority is about having a very strong connection to yourself and to God. And so you get your authority around your desires in the world by being aligned with God and putting your ego to the side. Yeah. All right, so now I'm over my time. I'm going to go ahead and stop there. I was a little bit all over the place, but this is what happens when you're hungover from the night before. It's hard to get clear. This is why I don't do this on a regular basis. This is why, look, and this is also one last thing. I have to learn how to have fun without overdoing it. So I noticed that last night I started off drinking very, very, very slowly. My first glass of wine lasted for an hour, but then we started loosening up and talking about wine. And then I started drinking wine faster. And then they are on it. The French are on it. They'll fill that glass very quickly. So that's how things got out of hand last night. I have to just learn how to stay present with drinking less, because the wine, well, that was such good wine that it was delicious. Every single sip was magnificent. Oh, and then dinner was good. It was just, they just know how to do wine and food and dessert and champagne. They just know how. All right, I'm signing off. Bye for now. Have a wonderful day. Have a day full of sensuality that lights you up, but have manage that. Manage your sensuality, okay? Don't stifle it, just manage it. All right. Mwah. Bye for now, friend. Bye.